Possession here. Their last game, a win against the Suns. Looking to carry it into this one.
Yeah, they hit the court last game with some serious attitude, especially on offense.
And they backed it up with their play. Got production from everyone, and they were able to walk the walk on the offensive end.
Oh, so determined. Ivy just keeps coming at you.
And about a minute gone in the first quarter. Pass to King. On the wing, Thompson. 6 on the shot clock. To the inside. Oh, and that one, no question, powered it down.
I tell you, a little extra pressure on D when you're up against a point guard who can elevate.
It doesn't make it easy, does it?
Yeah, hard to strategize for a guy who can make a pass or outplay like this right in your face.
First quarter and about a minute and a half in. King, the pass to Mobley. Thompson against Ivy. Mobley on a screen. Unloads from 13. It's hauled in by Wolf. Outside Payton. Pass to Hammonds. Good ball movement here by Brooklyn. Here's Wolf, covered by Mobley. Ivy against Thompson. Ivy's shot is off.
And the shooter had very little space on that attempt.
I'm sure they'll think twice about shooting against him next time.
Here's King. He had a 24-point outing in their last game against New York.
And he was so disruptive at the defensive end. 4 steals on the night.
They've come out strong, 3 of their first 4 to start the game.
And here in the first, approaching 3 minutes played. Ivy with the ball. A 17-point game for him in the win against Phoenix.
And he made a living at the line as well. Got there over and over and did some damage.
Just 5 to shoot. Here's Hammonds. And no good, trying to use the glass.
And he's very confident from that range, but you can't make him off.
Here's Marks. Off the mark there with a 3.
He is just so deadly from out there. You expect that to fall.
Payton passes to Hammonds. Here's Wolf, covered by Mobley. To stop the drought. Good D by Mobley. New Orleans in the lead. And here in the first quarter, a little over 3.5 minutes played. Back to Barnes. Little turnaround. Rebound Brooklyn. Their first chance this season playing the Pelicans.
We see these teams face off only twice a year. Last year, each one won.
And who knows, if you want to look all the way ahead to the finals, it's possible these teams could see each other there. So both teams looking to make a statement in their first meeting of the season.
Pounding it inside early and often, setting a physical tone.
And Jordi Fernandez wants a timeout. Coach probably just checking to make sure everybody's on the same page here. Here in March, things are heating up. Let's check out the teams in the West. Taking a look at New Orleans, with the playoffs fast approaching, they are well positioned at second place in the conference.
Seeing where the Pelicans are, I recall them having a lot of naysayers at the start of the season, but now they may not have any. This team is ready for a deep playoff run.
Even though some people doubted them, there are just as many people, if not more, who believed in this team from the very beginning. And it's pretty clear right now who was right.
Here's Gooden. He's coming off a 10-point game against Phoenix. Pass to Wolf. Here's Hammonds. Outside Payton. Now Ivy. To win the drought. Barnes with the rebound. Here's King. He's been an offensive weapon for them, scoring around 17.5 points a game. And here's Barnes. Mobley, a screen on Ivy. Out left to the wing. Lets it go from deep. Gets the three to fall.
And what's working here, each guy is willing to make the next pass.
Pass to Gooden. Ivy outside. From the elbow. It's hauled in by New Orleans. Outplayed in the previous game on their schedule, losing to the Knicks.
And guys, it really was a thrilling duel all the way to the end. You hated to see anyone walk away the loser.
A loss is a loss, but some of them hurt more than others. You just hope the extended overtime minutes didn't zap their energy for this game.
Jacks up a three. And it's King missing. Nets trail by 7. Pass to Wolf. Shoots over Mobley. Wolf, good. Wolf's got his second basket.
Looks like it could be a big night for him. Very strong start here in the first quarter.
Here's Ramsey. Now here's Barnes. They set the screen. Not enough on that one as it misses.
It's impressive how they've overcome his cold streak tonight. Everyone stepping in to fill the gap. It's been that kind of quarter for him. The shot has just been unreliable.
Here's Ramsey. He's coming off a 10-point game against New York.
Yeah, not to mention a couple of blocks, too. Making his presence felt at both ends of the floor.
Wide open. Nice start for him. Sinking his first shot.
Pick works well there, but the defense left a lot to be desired.
Yeah, that just comes down to a lack of effort. The defender has to do a better job fighting through the screen.
Now here's Ivy. He's been an important part of this offense, averaging around 22 points a game.
Defensively, you have to stay connected to him on the perimeter.
So timeout called here, the first for New Orleans. Lively, he's checked in for Brooklyn. Black comes in for Ivy. Take it Brooklyn, making a switch here. Good ball movement here by Brooklyn. Here's Hammonds. A 20-point game for him in the win against Phoenix.
He didn't make it all about himself. His passing was sharp, and he kept everyone involved.
Now here's Lively to the right side. Parked it down low that time. Got hit with the 3-second call. New Orleans leading by 6. On the floor for Brooklyn. We've got Yves Missi. Also Derek Lively out there. And it's Hammonds in at the 1 spot. Thompson left side. He tries for 3. Lively grabs a miss. The Nets have gone 6 of 14 in the second quarter. Here's Hammonds. And the Nets miss again.
Good job by the D to stay with him and make that a tough 3.
Oh, wasted no time on that one. Henderson's got 10 points now, just in this quarter.
And their offensive execution has really picked up here in the second period.
Down low. Here's Payton. And that one is hammered home.
Just such a terrific dunker.
Man, born to fly, that's for sure. Here's King. Pass to Ramsey. Out to Thompson. Shot clock at 6. New Orleans needs to get off a shot. Again, the Pelicans good for 2.
Nice ball movement there. That's how you break down the defense.
Outside Payton. And here's Missi. Outside Payton. Stolen by Thompson. He's all alone. And the slam dunk by Thompson.
And they've made themselves easy pickings. Sloppy ball control creates an easily converted turnover.
Here's Hammonds, giving them some good production, putting up just around 16.5 points a game. Lively with a screen on Thompson. Here's Payton. And a strong finish with two hands.
B.A., forget about attempting the long-range three to cut into that lead. Just attack the rim, my man.
Man, that was sweet. An impressive display. How about that look on the AT&T connected cam? Here's Ramsey doing some damage on the offensive end, putting up a little over 14 points a game. Here's Blackman. And it's all from three-point range. Nets trail by 9. Ivy outside. Outside Payton. There's the triple. Pure from three-point range. Payton's got 17 points.
That's his second triple this quarter after hitting one earlier. This is how you space the floor.
Pass to Ramsey. The three. Lively grabs the miss. Lively's got 4 rebounds now. Here's Hammonds. There's a minute 17 left to play in the first half of basketball. 6 to shoot. For 3. They get it back. Back to Ivy. Fires the 3. Chances on that possession, but they just can't find a way to score.
They are losing because he is struggling so bad, and he has not looked comfortable.
Okay, knockout! Wow!
Can you say immediate entry into the highlight reel? Woo, what a dunk, B.A.
It's showtime now, man. They've built up a lead, and they're starting to rub it in. 9 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. Count the basket. Ivy's got 4 points this quarter.
Let's just say this hasn't been his quarter. Yeah, he's shooting 20% in it so far.
Elbow shot on the way. Oh, he got it up in time, but it wouldn't fall for him. And so it's New Orleans leading by 6 as we wrap up the quarter. Just pounding the painted area. That's helped them build an advantage. All right, we'll get back to the action after this break.
Welcome, everyone, as we dig into the details. Things working out so far for the New Orleans Pelicans.
This bench, they've been destructive. High energy, attacking like torpedoes.
Rising from the depths, 20,000 points from under the sea.
I see where you're going, but check this out. Making big waves out there, Ernie.
Ooh, well done. And time now to swing it around as we take a look at the upcoming schedule.
And that game against the Hawks, they'll have the advantage coming in, but it's not like they're infallible. I mean, no one is.
Yeah, I mean, on paper, it's a favorable matchup, but the game, last time I checked, is played on hardwood. Appreciate you joining us. It's been our distinct pleasure, and I mean that. Let's now take you back over to the third quarter with Brian Anderson.
And as we get into this third quarter, as we've seen so far, neither team able to create much separation on the scoreboard. New Orleans leading by 6. They've got Evan Mobley, Amen Thompson out there with Scotty Barnes, and it's King in at the point. So that's the group out there for New Orleans. Barnes in the post. Pass to Mobley from outside the arc. The rebound by Payton. The Nets shooting pretty well at 45%. Here's Hammonds. Back to Payton. The three. The shot comes out. Nice D from Thompson. Well, New Orleans shooting it well. Almost 50% from the floor. Here's King. Brooklyn pulls it in. Wolf's got rebound number 8 here already in the game. And there's the screen. Here's Ivy. Soft touch off the glass. Ivy's got 8 points.
And just active inside. Ivy's a guard who's more at home around the hoop, not the three-point line.
Outside Barnes. Fires for 3. Brooklyn with the board. Wolf's got 9 rebounds now.
That's not how you want to come out of the break. 3 straight misses. They need to settle in quick.
Pass to Hammonds. To the middle. Count the basket and the foul. It's going to be Evan Mobley.
Assertive move. You can tell the game's heating up a bit.
Well, most NBA teams run their offense through their star player. But Grant, that...
Yes! Whoa.
Throw it down!
Oh, save that for the dunk contest. That flush was so extra.
Whether or not this game is close, he's the same guy. Focused on finishing firm at the rim. Nets trail by 4. 2 minutes gone in this third quarter now. Pass to Gooden. Now here's Payton. Here's Wolf. Give him 8 points now. And King pulls it down. King's got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one. He shoots. Gets an open look and hits it. Give him 8.
And he's made his mark on offense especially. They got to be thankful he's on their squad.
Just under 2.5 minutes into this third quarter now. To the paint. Here's Wolf. And that basket makes him 5 for 10. Steady production so far.
They have no answer defensively inside.
Timeout called. The Pelicans. All right, a chance now to take a look at the steals over the last few months for him.
I get the feeling he hasn't been paying as much attention defensively as he should be. His steal numbers have dipped in the past few months. He needs to get back some of that intensity on defense.
On the wing, Thompson. And he drops in the layup off the glass. Thompson's got 11 points.
And his fantastic performance from the last game has carried over to tonight.
He's just riding the wave of momentum right now, getting to his spots and keeping things simple on the offensive side.
Ivy, right side. Laid it in with a nice touch off the window. Ivy's gotten 4 this quarter.
That's 10 straight points they've given up in the painted area.
And let's send it over to Allie LaForce.
Thanks a lot, guys. Scotty Barnes letting everyone know. He said, I'm a great defender. I feel like it doesn't really get talked about enough. I guard whoever, 1 through 5. That's what I pride myself on and what I'm ready to do every time I step on the floor. Back over to you, Brian.
A tone setter at that end. Thanks much for the report, Allie. Here's Payton. Knocks down the long J. And it's now just a 1-point New Orleans lead.
He is getting everything he wants. The defense is seemingly powerless to slow him down. It's sad.
Mobley, a screen on Ivy. Over to the wing. Here's Marks, guarded by Payton. Here's King, and that one falls. His 5th basket in 7 tries. Here's Ivy, 10 points for him. Right wing. Here's Hammonds. Good ball movement here by Brooklyn. Clock at 6. All right, guys, let's get your take on the hustle stats for New Orleans.
They've been defending with excellent anticipation all game long. Just look at how many times they've managed to get their hands on the ball.
There's 49 seconds left in the third quarter. Inside. And it's flushed down. A nice jam.
You can tell Zion values sharing the ball. He knows he can't win it alone out there.
Blackman hits the trifecta. Blackman's got 8 points.
Despite his relatively quiet night, they are still winning, and that just shows this team is more than just about one guy.
Here's Farrell, defended by Thompson. Kicks it out to Williamson. Black outside. Second shot opportunity. Farrell with the bucket. Farrell's got his third bucket of the night.
He just makes it look so easy on offense. Like, who takes pleasure in torturing defenses? He does.
Ramsey gets the bucket.
And just totally relentless, only increasing the intensity level.
Always plays hard until the final whistle, no matter what the situation is.
Amin Thompson, he's feeling it tonight, and he's been the driving force for New Orleans. Hunting for opportunities, leading to 9 points in the quarter. Time for a quick break, then back to the action. And a moment now as we take a look at our State Farm assist of the game.
And I'll tell you what, this was a no-brainer tonight. Take a look at the precision on this feed. Couldn't place it any better.
You've got to admire the vision just as much as the accuracy. Not many players can even spot that pass.
And there have been 2 very different performances from these teams today as we get going in quarter number 4. So on the floor for Brooklyn, they've got Ivy, Anthony Black out there with Derek Lively, and it's Farrell in at the 4. Thompson outside. Pass to Henderson. Here's King. Shot clock at 6. Takes the 3. Brooklyn pulls it in. Following this game, they host the Magic. It'll be a quick stopover at home before they have to get back out on the road. To the paint. Here's Lively. And a slam dunk by Lively.
He finds a shooter in motion and is confident he can thread him with the lead pass. Well done.
Pass to Thompson. To the inside. And he slams it in one-handed.
Now that's how you use the screen right there.
And it leads to a thunderous finish. That was nice.
Yeah, you like the pick to set up the open shot. But when it leads to a dunk, okay, even better. You'll take it.
And here's Ivy. From downtown, and King pulls it down. King's got rebound number 8 here already in the game. Pass to Blackman from behind the arc. Connects from downtown. And the Pelicans lead by 16.
This defense just can't stay connected to shooters.
Here's Hammonds. And here's Ivy from the arc. He's off on that one.
Yeah, it feels like he's forcing things, which will happen. He's trying to help his team.
And he lobs it up top. Pass to Lively. Here's Farrell. Five on the clock. Here's Hammonds. And again, it's the Nets missing. The Pelicans lead by 16. Here's King. Pass to Henderson. Thompson outside. Rejected by Lively. Here's Hammonds. Around 3 minutes gone here in the fourth. Brooklyn needs to get off a shot here. And here's Ivy from the arc. And again, it's the Nets missing.
Gotta find easier shots when you're already struggling. That's not gonna get it.
Henderson for three. Hammonds grabs a rebound. Hammonds has got 4 rebounds now.
He hasn't found the range lately. It's wild to think he had 3 triples there in the first half.
To snap the cold streak. A nice shot by Ivy.
You know, Ivy wants to get to the rim, but good judgment taking what's there.
Thompson outside. Pass to Owens. The 3 ball. Lively grabs the miss.
That is not a guy you want to allow open looks from range. Lucky for the defense, he just couldn't get it to go.
Hammonds, the pass to Ivy. There's a screen. Here's Farrell. Fires the 3. Rebounded by New Orleans. Kings got 10 rebounds here tonight. So active. Henderson outside. Tried to bank it in, but it misses.
I think the defender really affected that shot.
Here's Hammonds. Pass to Lively. And here's Ivy from the arc. It's hauled in by Henderson.
And with his team trying to trim this margin, his struggles this quarter, they're not helping things.
Now here's Ivy. Not a lot of room. Shot's good by Hammonds.
I mean, they've been relentless. Just keep getting shots at the rim.
Here's Owens. Lays it up and in on the nice reverse. Owens has got 4 points in the quarter.
Oh, just an easy reverse for him. He has nice feel and touch around the bucket.
And the timeout called here by Jordi Fernandez. He was quite emphatic, demanding the timeout, clearly wanting to address strategy with his team. Barnes, he's checked in for Henderson. All right, let's check in with Allie LaForce.
Well, over the break, I listened in on Jordi Fernandez's huddle. He wants his team to be careful with the ball. He's not happy with the amount of turnovers they've coughed up so far. He believes if they focus on being more patient on offense, that will help cut down on the giveaways. Guys, back to you.
Allie, thank you. The Pelicans lead by 14. Here's Blackman. That's it. Coming off an assist from Barnes. Blackman's got 9 points here in the second half.
And this is how he shines. He's a big part of their floor spacing.
Yeah, and you got to know where he is at all times, especially when he's roaming around the perimeter ready to fire.
I would imagine it's nearly impossible to not get fired up after that play.
Grant, check these guys out on the bench. Their reaction says it all. They are fired up. Here's King. Count that one. He's scoring at a nice clip. He's 6 of 9 tonight.
The defense had him confused early on, but he's responded in the second half with some assertive play.
Outside Peyton. There's the drive. Back to Black. The 3 is up. Kept alive. Oof, good.
Just owning the offensive glass right now. Just refusing to let up.
And you can't teach effort. You can encourage it, but this is why you covet guys who are so self-motivated.
And it's good. 2 points. Kings got 4 points this quarter.
And the defense has no one to blame but themselves. I mean, they just let him get right to the rim.
That's a great possession. Put your best players in a position to succeed.
Pass to Wolf. Back to Black. Beyond the arc. Nails it from beyond the arc.
Good passing to set that up. Teamwork on display.
Here's King. Black defending. Thompson outside. launches it. Oh, he hits that one. 8 for 11 and remaining a thorn in the D side.
This is not the same guy we saw in the first half. Credit him for finding a way to shake off those first 2 quarters.
Williamson inside. The Pelicans pull it in.
Give the defender credit. Willing to challenge the shot. Lots of other guys just let them score there.
Barnes passes to King. Back to Barnes. And stolen by Williamson. Oh, it's blocked by Barnes.
Yeah, erasing the shot. Barnes saw it coming and gets there to knock it away.
Here's King. 6 to shoot. Outside Barnes. 3-pointer. Here's Thompson. It's hauled in by Wolf. Wolf's got 15 rebounds here tonight.
I've been in this position. Your team is up. You want to drive in the dagger. He may be a little overeager.
And it's in there.
Yeah, exceptional job. Barnes just diving towards the open area off the pick.
And Jordi Fernandez calls timeout, rallying his guys to make sure they all know the plan. Nets trail by 19. Here's Hammonds. To the middle. Here's Wolf using the glass to lay it in.
Exposing the defense and taking advantage in the paint.
Here's King. Here's Blackman. Hits a 3-pointer. Blackman's got 12 points here in the second half.
This has been their game plan here in the final period. We'll see if it continues to work out.
I think when you've got it going from 3-point range, you've got to keep it going. It's a good way to kind of pile up the points quickly. The floater is so tough to defend against. Nothing defenders can really do but shake their heads.
Timeout called. The Pelicans. And now we have a chance to see our player of the game, Amen Thompson.
It's almost beyond belief what he's done in this game. He's been impossible to cool off, hitting just about everything he looks at. It doesn't matter who's guarding him. He's had an answer for just about everyone.
Hey, these fans love him so much, and when he gets it going, they respond. The crowd's energy fueled his performance.
Yeah, this is the attention Ivy draws from defenses, forces them to be overly aggressive.
And both free throws good for Ivy. New Orleans leading by 16. Here's King. A minute 35 left in the fourth.
They have a relentless mentality, even with the game in total control.
No let up with these guys. They're going for the throat now.
And Richard, for those vets who haven't won a ring yet, how hard is it to take less money to join a contender?
It is not hard, and contenders typically count on that. Because once you've made the money, if you've made it that far in your career, if there's one thing left that you want to accomplish, that's win a ring.
And the distance between the point totals for these teams tells the whole story. Just a fantastic effort, and you have to give it up for the Pelicans.
They had more assists and shot the ball more efficiently. Those things tend to go hand in hand.
And that's so true. Without a doubt, their ball movement was essential to winning this game.
And you have to like how they've played this year. 55 wins in total.
And against a non-conference opponent, you really want to win the first one. They'll go into the next one knowing how to beat this team for sure.
And we've come to expect these kinds of strong games for Slim.
Terrific initiative. Not content to let the game come to him, he went out and made it his own.
Pass to Wolf. Clock at 4. Set it up with a fake, but it's offline. Shot and game clock separated by 5. Ivy outside. Here's Gooden. 4-3. It's good from beyond the arc. Oh, it's stolen. And so New Orleans takes this one by a large margin, showing that they're the far superior team. They win it going away.
I'll tell you what, give it up for their fans. They love to watch this team dominate. You best believe they're all going home happy tonight.
Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. For Richard Jefferson, Grant Hill, and Allie LaForce, this is Brian Anderson saying thanks for watching. So long.
의지하면서 둘이 딱 붙어갔지 비극 지금 기가 아프지만 지나가 보면 웃음 나오는 희극 그래서 우린 지금을 참고 살아 난 미쳤다 생각하면서 keep dreaming 희망이란 끈 잡고 살아 이 험한 현실에서 아직 붙잡아두고 싶은 꿈 넘고 힘든 삶의 능선에서 때론 포기하고 싶은 꿈 너와 천천히 until then